Hello everyone and welcome to another unit review video. And it's been a long week, but if you've seen the title then you already know that this time we're not looking at Squall, we are looking at Orlandu. Yes, Orlandu, one of the first truly unbelievably powered units in the game, and still to this day one of the most powerful units in the game. Let's face it, when Orlando came along, they definitely probably overpowered him just a little too bit. But it was mainly because of his chaining abilities, and for the longest time, well, mainly until Eileen and Titus started getting their enhancements, and just okay on Onion Knight. For the longest time, Orlando was fantastic because he had a cheaper unit that could actually chain with him. And then now later, we ended up getting units like Sephiroth that could actually chain with Orlandu amazingly. And Orlandu got enhancements, and Orlandu got even better. And the only thing that was really holding him back was when an enemy was resistant to Holy. But now, Orlandu has actually leveled up. He has become a 7-star unit. And this is a big deal because Orlandu was already incredibly powerful. And now, well, let's take a little look at him. First of all, take a look at the build I've actually done with him so you can see how unreasonable or reasonable this actually is to achieve. First of all, for a helmet, he has the helmet from the FF15 Aranea event. Yeah, I'm going to say it right this day. The Sephiroth clothes for 15 attack. He has his TMR, which we'll talk about in a second. He has the Magnolia, which gives him an extra 30 attack. Not the best we could do. He has Sephiroth's Katana, and he has Steiner's Excalibur 2. So definitely some good weapons I have in his build, but also some free stuff that we've just gotten from events. And his own TMR. Now, I want you to take a look at something. Let's just for 1 second unequip this. 1183, pretty decent. And now we choose this, which has only 3 attack bonus. Up to 1415 attack. Now that is crazy for one of what was considered to be one of the worst 5-star TMRs. Yeah, it gives him some abilities, but it was really, really bad for the longest time to look at it. So what do we have for materia? Well, we have Lauren's dual wield, so it gives him dual wield, and that gives him a little bit of a bonus for carrying different types of weapons. He has CG Reagan's TMR, which gives him extra bonus for wielding different types of weapons, so a 60% total. He has a Great Sword Mastery from Tire, giving him 20% HP, and I believe 40% for carrying a Great Sword, as well as one other 20% and a attack boost for carrying sword. So really a couple of 4-star TMs, 2 5-star TMs, and some more 5-star TMs, but nothing unreasonable, I don't think. I don't think that this is the craziest I could potentially build him. And to show you how much I've stat potted him, there we go. Only 60 to HP so far, 90 to MP, so this is about as good as he'll get for MP. Still some room for strength, though. I'm actually about 10 strength pots. Well, okay, let's be honest. 11 strength pots away from finishing him up. 20 for defense, 40 for magic, which I will never do because it's a waste of time. And another 16 in spirit. So he still has some room. By the time I'm done stat botting him, he could be up to 1450, which is insane because I could still throw some better TMRs on him. The big difference, as I've shown, though, is his own TMR. He gets such a massive strength boost from it. And with that being the case, let's actually talk a little bit about his abilities. Also, you'll notice I have done no work on his limit break, so it's not that impressive yet. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this. So in his 7-star, the big thing that he gets is his Trust Mastery ability, which is a 50% attack bonus. Let's just scroll down. There's the abilities we're talking about. Good. Everything's going good. A 50% attack bonus, as well as an enhanced limit break, giving it an extra 300% mod, AoE, 3-turn, 40% chance of stop, which that's just fantastic for Arena, since his limit break charges so damn fast. AoE 3-turn, minus 45% to defense, and when maxed, minus 74%. That is an incredible defense debuff. That is really, really good for basically a limit break that was never that good to begin with. Self 100% HP and 30% extra attack when dual wielding, basically equipping 2 weapons. He gets a total of 80%. Now, someone at Alum said, you know what, 50% is not good enough. Nobody dual wields this guy. Let's give him an extra 30% for dual wielding. That is crazy. That is a stupid, huge attack bonus to Orlandu, and it just skyrockets his attack very, very quickly for getting his Trust Mastery. So definitely recommend getting his Trust Mastery for him. God only knows what his super TMR will be, but I won't be getting it anytime soon. So what else does he get? Well, he gets a 54 MP, 420% AoE, 1-hit physical attack, and that also gives him 6 limit burst crystals. Well, he's basically self-charging his own limit break now, and there's nothing to stop him from using that multiple times, and I believe it procs twice with dual wield, so you're getting 12 per turn. It is very, very quick to charge your limit break. He has a MP plus 20%, which is good. Always good to have more MP. His level 120 ability, well, no, let's talk about his cooldown. Now, his cooldown ability is 99 MP. It is 3-turn countdown, and it is not available on turn 1. What it gives is a 750% single target 1-hit physical attack, ignoring 50%, basically meaning that it is doing a 1500%. I was almost going to say 15,000, but I stopped myself. A 1500% single hit that can be just double cast. For 99 MP, that's actually really, really amazing. And then we have his max level ability, his level 120, and this is actually probably the thing I love the most. 30% up to defense and spirit. That's great. That basically makes him more survivable in some tough fights. But he also gets auto mirage, meaning that when he starts battle, he can evade 1 attack. That could be the difference between life and death. That can buy you some time. That makes him much more survivable. And since Orlandu has always been a glass cannon of just pour everything into attack and nothing into defense, the idea that he can basically guaranteed evade an attack is awesome. It makes him a lot better. But he also gets auto mirage on revive too. Just fantastic. But it doesn't stop there. It actually also gives an 80% modifier plus 80% to Holy Explosion or Divine Ruination, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. The point is that his best move got even better. Oh my god, Orlandu is just fantastic. So with that being said, let's actually show what we are working with here. We're not going to be doing anything crazy when we're showing off his new moves. Instead, I'm just showing that this is a dual-wielding Sephiroth that is only 561 because I want most of the damage to come from Orlandu. There's a reason why some people are saying, if you're doing a trial now, just make sure you have 7 stars and you win. There is a huge gap, as before, I could only actually get Orlandu to about 1,000 attack, and now it's 1,400 easy. Alright, so first let's put these guys into defense. And I don't think we'll show that just quite yet. We'll save Divine Ruination or Holy Explosion for the end. Let's actually show off. Now this is his Limit Break Burst attack, basically giving him Limit Break Crystal. So let's see how much it actually does. $826,000 is pretty damn good for just by himself. And it's AoE, so he finally has a way to clear it. But, as you can see, 2 uses of this will actually give, and this time 960,000, gives him a full limit burst. Actually, we're just going to make CG Fina give him some extra MP. Not that he needs it, but I like to be careful. Now, his Limit Break has gone up to a minimum 610% 3-hit AoE attack. At max, it goes up to 900% AoE 3-hit physical attack. But remember, because we actually have his TMR equipped, he actually gets a 300% mod bonus, meaning that it is a 900% minimum or 1200% maximum. That's pretty good for an AoE. That's pretty good. And it also has a chance to stop the enemy, and it drops defense too. So Orlandu is suddenly a breaker. Of course, we can't really break this guy, but 1,000,000 points of damage, that seems just awesome. That seems just really, really awesome. Also, you'll notice that he has the Mirage effect going on right here. It looks fantastic. OBS is still recording. That's good news too. So now let's check out his 99 MP ability. Unchained, 3,000,000 points of damage. That is awesome. That is incredible. Now you can only use it every so often, but I mean, come on, that's still pretty good. So now we'll just do a Holy Explosion. Again, remember, Sephiroth is not max power here. I'm going to make sure I pick the right ability. Yes, okay. $7,000,000 points of damage. Not bad for just 2 people chaining with no... I think it's important to keep in mind a few things when I am actually demoing this. First of all, Orlandu was mostly doing damage just by himself. Second of all, we were not able to use any defensive breaks or anything like that, so that's a benefit too. And we didn't use anything else, like, for instance, I was worried the game was glitching out there for a second. Let's just take for a second and just remove Mystère, and instead we're going to put in Ramza. I think you can see where I'm going with this, because I want to actually demonstrate these units, so give it a second. They stopped the fireworks, so this area actually runs way smoother on Nox. Isn't that sad that a PC just can't handle it? Alright, no fear, Ramza is here. Start singing, boy. So, let's actually start checking out some of these abilities again. We'll start with this, but let's also look at his stats. That is a very auspicious number. Like, seriously, 666? Really? Okay. Do it again and make sure that we get our limit break fully charged. Even more the next time. 1.5 million feels pretty good for a single unit doing it. All right, let's test out the limit break, shall we? Each hit is also restoring HP. 1.4 million, not bad for a level 1 limit break. Not bad. Hey, who said you could stop singing? Now we'll use his 99 MP ability. Yeah, Orlandu just did 5 million with 2 attacks. And it only cost him a fraction of MP. I think that's important to note, don't you? So, only one thing left to do. Holy Explosion. Alright, let's do it. Again, this is not optimized. Definitely I could have better equipment on Sephiroth to make this do a lot more damage. But in total, in 5 turns, Orlandu, mostly by himself, did 18 million damage. Without a chain finisher, without anything else, there is no doubt in my mind that Orlandu 7-star is absolutely fantastic. And I am so glad I got so lucky to get a second Orlandu recently. Because otherwise, I could not see this. Orlandu is insane, and his TMR has become incredibly valuable for himself, which is all it really needs to be. It gives him a lot of new abilities, and it makes Orlandu just incredible. Like, I don't know how many enemies will stand against him. He was already a fantastically easy chainer, and he is definitely one of my favorite 7-stars so far. So, that is all I have to say about Orlandu. I hope you found this review interesting, useful, and, well, it wasn't very funny. I could work on funny. No more funny things, though. There's been strange things happening with my account recently. So, anyway, until next time, when I review a different unit, I'll see you later.